Yo, what's going on, good people? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Going into the early evening time. I'm so excited and I'm so happy today. This is K Rev, aka Kerry. Listen now, we are having a great time thus far today. And I want to let you know that you need to be thankful. Thankfulness, thankful Tuesdays, thoughtful Tuesdays. Listen, be thankful. If you think, then you'll be able to thank God and be thankful to life and for life. Life is not a supposed to be, it is actually a gift, and it is a gift from the Almighty. You know why? Because so many people didn't make it this morning. So many people didn't even get up this morning. So many people didn't have the opportunity just to say hello to their neighbors or their beloved wives or husbands or children. Some folks didn't even hear the alarm clock, but you were blessed to do that. You was able to do that. So I'm honored to be here. I love life and I live love. So that's my mantra for myself. And I need you to understand that life is not as supposed to be. It is a gift, and cherish it and take advantage of what you got. Yo, the wait is over. I've been talking to many people about this awesome holistic doctor that I had a privilege to meet. Shouts out to MBN, Matthew Business Network. I had an opportunity to meet her there, get myself acquainted with some of the services that she provides. And I'm excited for Dr. Latronica Fisher to be in the house this evening. She'll be coming on here in the next few minutes. So I want you to know, sit back, relax, take some notes, and we're about to have a really good conversation with none other than Dr. Latronica Fisher here on the couch, Kay's couch. Hey, doctor, how you doing?
I am doing super awesome. How are you doing?
Listen, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I know you're over there in Houston, and we had a got an hour
Absolutely.
change, but it's all good. I'm glad that you're here now. And
hmm
I know you've been rather busy. And tell me a little bit about your day thus far. How's it been going?
Well, thank you for asking me. And I'm so glad you opened up with such gratefulness because that's one of the things that, even no matter what, I don't allow anybody to control my day. I always say, I'm thankful, thankful, thankful. I'm grateful, 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 and appreciative, appreciative, appreciative. And so
Absolutely.
that is where I live. I have learned to get in touch with my inner being so that I
Mm,
can have all that beautiful peace that you just spread it a few moments ago. I felt that. It just
thank
felt
you.
so warm. So I thank you for that because we don't have too many men who understand how to get in touch with their inner being for the strength they need in order to continue to unfold their visions and dreams. So thank you for the opportunity to be a part of Kay's Couch.
Oh, listen, I am so honored at that. Thank you. I'm so honored. I give all just due to the Most High because you're right. I mean, it's just understanding who you are, understanding what flows in your veins, understanding, that life flows through the power of what you say over yourself. It's very
Yes.
important that this body is only utilized as a service tool to get things done, but it's what's on the inside that you have to cater to ensure that this service tool keeps going. And I
Absolutely.
can definitely appreciate your position in making that happen for people like myself and others around you. And so I'm thankful for that. I truly appreciate that. And I got a question, and it's kind of off the question that we had, but tell me a little bit about Rose to Wellness. Tell me a little bit about that. I want to know about that a little bit.
So, Road to Wellness is a name that was birthed out of a desire of mine. I come from, first of all, I come from traditional medicine, which means that I had a practice prescribing medicine. I worked with house call doctors. I used to go to many elderly's homes and prescribe medicine for them and diagnose them. And as a freshman in college, I lost my dad to cancer. I lost my grandfather to cancer. And I just felt like there had to be a better way. And so, as I continued my practice in traditional medicine, and I saw more and more people that looked like me that I was prescribing medicine for, I knew that there had to be a better way. And I said, I'm not happy with this, but it was all I knew. I didn't know anything else other than medicine. So, I didn't know what to do. And so, I just asked my Heavenly Father if you could just show me a better way, just show me how can I come into work every day and be happy? Because when you walk into your office, and this is your worship ground, prescribing people synthetic patent medicine, I was no longer happy doing that. And so, just out of they always say something good come out of a negative experience. And so after losing my loved ones and at the same time going through a divorce, Road to Wellness was birthed. And that divorce was me leaving traditional medicine, going into alternative medicine. The struggle was if you do that, you're going to struggle. You're not going to have clients, and that was the tug of war in my private relationship. And so I just said, you know what, but I need to be happy. And so, in order for me to be happy, I needed to walk into a space that I knew that every day going to work was not work. I found joy in it. That's when Road to Wellness was birthed. I ended up joining this awesome club and learned and took some courses from some of the best alternative wellness practitioners out of California and out of Texas. And that's when I closed my office of traditional medicine, opened up a new office in another area of town. And that's when Road to Wellness was birthed.
Wow. Wow. So now
Mhm.
that segues into my first question on what was your
Mhm.
motivation behind
Yeah.
kind of creating your own business, going from traditional to holistic. And
Mhm.
it's all about really saving people, and
Mhm.
really, really assisting and pushing and helping people elevate to what they used to or what they think is the answer.
Mhm.
Um, and people don't realize a lot of time that what I've been learning over the course of the past few years that your body was intended to heal itself, and
Absolutely.
to understand how that does, and they're understanding how the natural herbals of life is here to help aid in that, that regeneration. So I know you're very well acquainted with that. Could you touch on that just a bit on how the body was built to do that? Are you able to talk to me about
Yes,
that?
I mean, when we think about it, this is what I tell people. God put herbs, nutrition, and spices on every single planet of the world. There is
Wow.
nowhere in this world that you can go and not find natural medicine and herbs and plants. So it was meant for us to heal off God's plans, which is nature. Anything that you take into the body as far from nature as possible, the more sick you will become.
Mm,
The body has the ability to heal itself. So I always tell people live food, live body, dead food, dead body. So you
mm,
want to heal your body with the most natural things on the planet. All medications are synthetic and they're patented off of natural elements, but you can't take a plant and expect to be able to manipulate the molecular atoms of a plant and get the same ingredients or get the same results. So you have to take things in its most natural state first. So I'm not saying there's not a place for medicine. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that should be the last resort.
wow, wow. I'm definitely listening to you, and that really makes a lot of sense. You can't expect to have the same effect or the full effect of something if you extracting from it. When you extract from it,
Mhm.
when you dilute it with water, or when you
Right.
dilute it with anything, it takes the power from it. So I definitely can understand that concept of what you're saying. That is definitely something to really, really think about. And I wanted to know. I got, like I said, a couple questions here, but as I flow and have conversation with you, it just
Mhm.
it flows and goes another way. But it's cool because I'm really on my mom. She whether she believes it or not, she has a really huge holistic view as well.
Okay.
She is on some typical medications that a person would utilize for the diabetes and things like that. But um But what I'm saying is loves her ginger, she loves her cinnamon, she loves her celery juice. She's into I think she's in the preliminary stages of really being a holistic person, and
Right.
so I love it. I've been a person who's juiced fruits and veggies since I was 13 years old. And
Oh, wow.
I give that up to my uncles that was in my life, very influential in my life. So I'm very accustomed and I'm very familiar with understanding live fruits, live foods, live body. I definitely
Mhm.
understand that. So when I get a chance to get acquainted with someone that can help bring this to life as a practitioner, that you do this every day, it really overjoys me. It really positions my mind to where, like, wow, I got somebody that really I can, that understands what I'm saying. So I
Mhm.
really like that. So I do wanted to know why, and I know it would be from your perspective and for your practitioner use and how things you've done with your clients. So why should a person look into holistic medicines than, really depend on the synthetic or the typical medicines from the shelf?
Right. So for first of all, medications, are not meant to be on long term, and that's the
Correct.
one of the biggest things that I want people to understand is that that's why they have side effects. And do you know that when it comes to medications or vaccines, there's a disclaimer on the inside of every box that says that these are the side effects, kidney failure, it could be insomnia, rectal dysfunction, severe bleeding. They go through all of that, right? That's the
Hmm.
disclaimer to tell you that we cannot be sued. And all the pharmaceutical companies basically said that, if you want us to continue making these drugs and vaccines, we need to create a safety net so that we cannot be liable for the dangers that are happening to people's lives. So because there is a disclaimer that indicates that they are free from all liabilities if you take a medication. This is why taking synthetic drugs should always be a very last resort. I'm talking acute, in the hospital, in pain, on your last leg. That is the only time you should take it. The other issue is that there is a buying supplements is basically it's a $1 billion industry. But what
Hmm.
people don't understand, that I pride myself on, is that I think it's important that when you buy supplements, and I tell people, if you when they come to see me, if you don't get anything else out of this visit, please understand how to buy supplements, because everybody's going into the big box stores. People are going onto the websites online, and everyone's buying something to help them, and they're buying something to help them feel better. But I always say, and lean in with your good ear, when you buying supplements, always read other ingredients, because other ingredients is how you tell the integrity and the quality of the supplement. You don't want to buy supplements that have excipients in them. Well, what are excipients, Dr. Fisher? Excipients are what we call binders, fillers, glues that are typically non-nutrition substances that are placed in these products as a pass-through. So when you
Hmm.
buy supplements, you always want to look at the bottom where it says other ingredients, and make sure you don't have things there like magnesium stearate, methylparaben. You want to make sure you don't have microcrystallocellulose, silicon dioxide, coloring, food coloring, red dye. You want to make sure your supplements don't have this, because if they do, then what the FDA says is it's okay for you to take in a little bit of poison with your nutrition. And I don't think you guys think that that's okay. I don't. So that's one of the things as a holistic provider that I pride myself on. I could tell you probably 90% of the holistic providers are not selling products that are 100% clean. We
Wow.
do. That is what we pride ourselves on, is making sure the products are clean. Because guess what, Carrie? If they're clean, we get the results. And no
Wow.
one wants to spend their money and not get the results. That's
You're
what it's about.
absolutely
It's
right.
result oriented.
Hmm. I love this. I'm
Mhm.
getting some really good feedback. A friend of mine named Veronique, she's out in California actually, that she loves it. She hates meds. Then my friend of mine, Anthony, he's out here in Atlanta, great guy that he's really, really loving the good news.
Awesome.
And Shara, my friend Shara out in Ohio, she is really, really enjoying. And so I have some other people that are going to be taking a look a little later on because they're at work. It's Tanya and other people that are taking a look. But I really love the fact of what you offer. Now I know I only have but a few minutes, but I need you to do this for me real quick.
Sure.
And this is what really captivated me when I was listening to you during our network meeting a couple weeks ago. Talk to me on what's your procedure and how do you help the people? You have ways of really letting people know what they need, and by mere portions of their DNA, you can tell them who they are, what they're taking, and so talk to us about that. Share that with me real quick.
Oh, wow. That's super, super awesome because that is probably the reason most people come to see us is because 70% of patients in the general practice suffer from what we call functional disturbances, Carrie.
Hmm.
And simply saying what that means is that you may have a loved one that goes to the doctor and they keep going and going and going. And I know for a fact because this is what happened to my grandfather when he was finally diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in the latter stages. He had gone back and forth to the doctor, back and forth. And so what a functional disturbance is, it means that there's no specific damage to your tissues or organs that can be identified on traditional and conventional lab work, and there's no pathology that they could see that would be causing a problem. So they would say you're fine, and you know what they do, right? They put us on antidepressants, anxiety medication because they think something's wrong. So what
Right.
we do here is I don't try to guess at anyone's health. One thing is that I pride myself on is that when you come to me, we know how to get to the root cause of the condition or the ailment. So we have this test, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm glad we're
Thank you.
sitting here.
Thank
This is what
thank
we call our Quest scan. So what we do is we're able to do this remotely and in person. So what people do is they come in, they put their little hands on the device just like this. And when they put their hands on this device, it scans over 68,000 variables of the body to tell me what's wrong, which means that when you go to the doctor, they don't test you for those 68,000 variables that could be going wrong in your body. And guess what that could be? The possibilities of mold, it could be parasites, it could be a virus, it could be a bacteria, right?
Wow.
Uh-huh. And so the
Wow.
thing is because when you go to traditional doctors, they don't test you for that. They may do a CBC, they may do a CMP and see what your levels are doing, but you don't know if there's a parasite in the brain. You don't know if your lymphatic system is not working properly. You don't know if the kidneys are possibly not working properly. So my thing is when you hold that sensor, it's painless. It doesn't hurt. You just put your little hands around there. And if someone does it remote, what I do is send them out a kit. And I ask them for some clippings of their fingernails, a little bit of
Mm.
hair from the back of the neck, as well as a Q-tip to swab their mouth. And then once I get those samples back, what I do is place those samples right on top of this machine, and I run the same test as if they were right here with me.
Wow.
Mhm. And this
That
test will tell me everything that's going on with their body from head to toe. And then what I do is customize a program to help them to get well in those areas where they're having some challenges.
wow, that is phenomenal.
Hmm.
That really, really, like I said, when I heard you speak on Coach's Corner, again, shouts out to MBN. Um, you really, really, really. I'm not a starstruck type of guy, but I was really starstruck on the fact of wanting to know more on how to really help myself and how to help diagnose certain things. Or see, the problem with I think a lot of issues with a lot of people, a lot of times we take the lazy way out and we don't position ourselves to do the work. And my deal is either you're going to do the work early or be forced to do the work later. Either way, you're going to do the work.
That's
And
it.
so I figure like you should do it now.
Hmm.
But I'm not gonna. I get a joy and I get excited. I know I don't have but a couple more minutes, but I do have another question. What makes you, you, Dr. Fisher? What makes you, you a unique alternative health practitioner versus anybody else? Tell me that.
So I think as an alternative health practitioner, what makes me unique is that I understand both sides of the medicine.
Mm,
Generally, when you go to a traditional holistic practitioner, a lot of times they're not that familiar with the allopathic world, right? Because
mm,
we're practicing the homeopathic and the holistic path, but they don't know the allopathic. So I think what makes me unique is that I've gone to school to learn traditional medicine and I've gone to school to learn holistic medicine. So when people come to me and they're on certain prescription medications and they want to know what alternatives are available to help them, then I understand where they're coming from and I know that how to help them transition from one way of just really just managing symptoms to actually getting well. And so
mm.
that's what I feel like makes me unique. In on top of that, being able to make sure that they have options that are clean and pristine, and being able to test their body to help them to get on that road to where they're trying to go. So, and I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do. Just because I lost my father at such a young age, and my grandfather, who was intricate in paying for all of my education. So that's why he was so near and dear to me. I just love what I do because I just felt like this is my way of contributing back, that I didn't have the insight and the information at a young age to be able to help them. So I'm passionate about how to help people, those who want to be helped. So I always tell people this is not for everyone because it does require you doing the work. You either do the work or you let the traditional medical society do the work. And you really don't want them to do the work because if they do the work, you're going on medicine, you're going to be cut on, you're going to be butchered on, and it's just going to be a rolling process of decline. So you want to do the work. You want to change the diet. You want to drink the water. You want to exercise. You want to cook your own meals. It's all about you. The man in the mirror. That's why it's my favorite song by Michael Jackson. I'm gonna make a change for
Oh,
once
oh,
in
say it.
my life. That I love
Oh
that
man.
song because it starts with the man in the mirror and you are the one who have to be the change. You make the difference. Do not let anybody else do that for you or you are in serious trouble.
Wow. Listen, I hate to even wrap up this interview, but this is you got to come back. I'm
Mhm.
definitely excited about the newness. Real quick before we go, take about 20, 30 seconds to kind of let us know some of the products you have and how can we get in contact with you to get some of the products.
All right. So the biggest thing right now that a lot of people are taking advantage of is the detox. And so I'm very, very adamant that I think it's important for people to detox, do a parasite detox, do a fat flush detox, do a candida yeast fungus detox, a kidney, liver, gallbladder detox. Those are some of the things I think is very important. And your detox should last you at least about 3 weeks to do a really good, clean detox. Our call number here is 713 Again, that number is 713-520-8188. If they have any personal concerns, I do 15-minute free phone consults. All they have to do is call our office and just tell them they want to book a free 15-minute consult with Dr. Fisher. There may be some special needs or something special they want to talk to me about, and we build that relationship with our clients so that they can always reach out to us us and feel like we're right there with them. I've been through the transformation, I've been through the transition. So that's why I'm so excited to help people, because I didn't just wake up a holistic practitioner. I had to take this journey as well. And my goal
Mhm.
is to help as many people take this journey that wants to join it with me. I said, I got to have somebody to talk to when I get up in age. So somebody has to be willing to take this journey with me to be well.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I definitely love it. And I really do. I appreciate your
Mhm.
experience. I appreciate what you've been through to get here. I'm thankful for your knowledge. I'm thankful for what you're providing this universe, this world, and how God is utilizing you to make sure that this message get out. Because it's not that many practitioners that are very thorough in what they're doing. And so I want
Mhm.
to thank you for what you're doing. Real quick, I do have your email address available. If you can just kind of let everybody know, it is with Dr. Latronica Fisher, road to wellness at
At
gmail.com.
gmail.com. Mm-hmm.
And then just to make sure we got the number correct, it's seven one three
That's
five
correct.
two zero eight
Mm-hmm.
one eight eight for your
That's
free
correct.
consultation to have a conversation. You want to make sure that you're good. My thing is that you want to love life. You only have one, then you want to live love while you have it. So I
Absolutely.
enjoy, make sure. But Dr. Latronica, thank you so much for being available and blessing my spirit today and really keeping me motivated throughout the rest of my day just based on this conversation. You been amazing today. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being such an advocate for, all of your viewers and all your supporters. I always appreciate when someone is willing to reach out and say, hey, I want people to know more about what you do. I want our community to continue to strive to get well. And so I really, really, I commend you for that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
just I love it. I love it. I love it. I love being in this place. I'm honored to
Mhm.
be in this place and being able to provide a platform. So, to everybody in the audience, listen, I really appreciate you. Like I said, live life and love life and live love and enjoy your day. And we'll be back soon for another episode of K's Couch, and we'll be talking to everybody very soon.